This video documents a sudden workplace accident involving an automated pressing system. While an operator leaned in to adjust a product, the mechanism unexpectedly activated, pinning the individual's upper body against the frame. The event occurred so rapidly that the worker was unable to react. Although colleagues rushed to assist, the force of the machinery caused severe physical impact. Lessons include strict adherence to safety protocols like lockout, tagout, LOTO. Facilities must also implement safety sensors to halt operations. Finally, enhanced risk awareness training is vital to ensure workers never assume automated devices are safe.
This footage captures a critical industrial incident during a routine inspection on an offshore oil rig. While a crew was monitoring the top drive system TEEDS, a heavy overhead component unexpectedly detached due to mechanical failure or a hoisting malfunction. The event unfolded so rapidly that personnel could not evacuate the area, resulting in a severe impact. Key safety lessons include strict red zone compliance, meaning workers must never stand beneath suspended loads unless equipment is de-energized and secured. Furthermore, rigorous periodic inspections of cables, safety pins, and hydraulic systems are vital to detect metal fatigue early. All technical tasks require constant safety supervision and comprehensive emergency response training to ensure that every team member is prepared for high-risk scenarios and can maintain maximum situational awareness at all times. In industrial environments, complacency regarding heavy machinery leads to hazardous situations, as documented. Sudden incidents occur when heavy loads fall from heights or large material panels collapse during transport via manual pallet jacks and hoisting systems. These events unfold in seconds, leaving workers unable to react if positioned too closely or within blind spots and fall zones. Physical impact from heavy materials causes severe injury and poses a direct threat to on-site personnel safety. Critical takeaways include maintaining safe distances from suspended loads and unstable racks. Routine technical inspections of lifting gear, cables, and forklifts are vital to prevent mechanical failure. Always use protective gear like hard hats and establish warning barriers. Finally, coordinate with teams to ensure no one is in a danger zone before activating machinery. In industrial settings, complacency with heavy machinery leads to hazardous situations. Incidents occur when automated pressing or cutting equipment triggers unexpectedly while workers perform tasks within the frame. Other scenarios show large panels collapsing during transport or heavy components detaching from hoisting systems. These events unfold in seconds, leaving personnel unable to react if positioned in blind spots or fall zones. Key takeaways include strict adherence to lockout-tagout procedures. Workers must maintain safe distances from suspended loads and stay clear of designated red zones. Routine inspections and safety sensors are vital to prevent mechanical failure. Finally, clear team coordination is essential to ensure no one is in a danger zone before activating machinery. In industrial and extraction environments, maintaining constant awareness of machinery risks is vital for personal safety. Documented incidents highlight how severe accidents occur in an instant. From heavy components of a top doctor system unexpectedly falling during inspections to industrial presses activating while operators adjust equipment. These events often stem from technical failures or procedural oversights, resulting in massive physical impact that poses a direct threat to personnel. Critical takeaways include strict reds, own and lockout-tagout compliance. Never stand beneath suspended loads and always de-energize equipment before entry. Rigorous inspections of cables and sensors are essential to prevent malfunctions. Finally, workers must be trained to recognize blind spots and maintain clear communication to ensure everyone has safety near heavy machinery. This workplace safety alert highlights the lessons learned from a material handling incident on August 12, 2025. The footage shows a serious industrial accident at a fabrication shop where a worker attempted to adjust a large, irregularly shaped metal component. The object lost its balance and tipped over, pinning the worker's leg. Colleagues provided immediate assistance, but the event serves as a critical reminder of the need for strict safety protocols. To prevent such risks, stability is paramount. All components must have a low center of gravity on solid foundations. Furthermore, proper machinery like forklifts or cranes must be used for heavy loads instead of manual labor. Finally, maintaining safe clearances from potential fall paths is essential. Prioritizing safety protects the well-being of the individual and the productivity of the entire team. This industrial safety alert highlights the critical importance of pressure release protocols during maintenance. On December 23, 2025, a technician at a manufacturing facility servicing the piping of a large machine when a sudden surge of high-pressure fluid and hot gas escaped. This release interacted with environmental heat, triggering an intense flash fire that engulfed the workstation. Although the worker evacuated quickly, the event underscores the necessity of de-energizing systems and fully discharging internal pressure before any disassembly. To prevent such hazards, businesses must prioritize comprehensive training for risk recognition, ensure the consistent use of appropriate personal protective equipment, and establish clear safety perimeters around high-risk zones. Diligence in these safety steps is essential to protect the well-being of every team member on site. This industrial safety alert highlights the severe hazards of side-loading and improper lifting techniques. On May 27, 2023, an incident occurred where a worker attempted to lift a large steel coil using an electric hoist. Instead of centering the hook over the load, a diagonal lift was performed, causing the coil to swing violently toward the operator upon leaving the ground. The worker was struck due to a lack of safe clearance. To prevent such accidents, always ensure the hoist and slings are perfectly vertical to avoid dangerous swinging. It is mandatory to verify load capacities and rigging security while maintaining a safe distance from any potential swing zones. Never operate machinery with faulty safety devices. Strict adherence to these principles is the only way to ensure the protection of everyone on site. This footage captures a critical safety incident involving four workers operating a heavy-duty industrial press. Initially, the team appeared to be working in coordination, but a sudden lapse in synchronization led to a distressing outcome. While three workers stepped back to a safe distance, one individual was a few beats behind and was unable to clear the hazard zone before the machinery engaged, resulting in a severe injury. This serves as a stark reminder that a split-second distraction can lead to life-altering accidents. To prevent this, facilities must implement OSHA-standard measures like light curtains and hand controls to ensure hands stay clear of moving parts. Strict communication protocols and constant situational awareness are mandatory to maintain a safety-first culture and a zero-accident environment. Environment. This video highlights the critical hazards of overhead lifting in industrial settings after a heavy material hopper fell from a crane due to mechanical failure or loss of stability. The container struck a nearby structure where personnel were working, causing significant damage and posing extreme danger. To prevent such incidents, organizations must enforce strict safety protocols. Routine inspections of cranes and rigging hardware are essential to ensure load-bearing integrity. Additionally, establishing exclusion zones is vital to keep personnel out of the fall radius during hoisting operations. Workers should always wear OSHA-approved PPE, and operators must receive professional training in load handling and spatial awareness. Prioritizing these safety measures ensures a secure environment for every worker. This industrial safety alert documents a serious workplace incident at a nighttime road construction site involving heavy machinery like excavators and rollers. While a machine was rotating to move materials, a worker in high-visibility gear entered the operator's blind spot and swing radius. Due to a lack of coordination, the excavator's rear struck the worker, causing an immediate halt to operations for emergency assistance. This serves as a vital reminder to maintain strict safety buffers, as pedestrians must never enter a machine's operating radius. Ground crew must establish eye contact with operators to account for restricted visibility. Furthermore, using dedicated signal persons and maintaining proactive vigilance remains essential, as PPE alone cannot prevent accidents. This safety alert examines a serious industrial incident in a glass warehouse caused by improper material handling. While workers were managing vertically stacked tempered glass, the panels lost stability and collapsed in a chain reaction, pinning a worker who could not escape in time. Nearby colleagues rushed to provide assistance, highlighting the urgency of the situation. To prevent such events, facilities must implement strict storage protocols using specialized frame racks with safety locks rather than leaning materials against walls. It is vital to use mechanical aids like vacuum suction lifters to maintain safe distances, as manual intervention during a collapse is extremely dangerous. Furthermore, workers must be trained in safe positioning to ensure clear escape routes, and mandatory PPE, including hard hats and steel-toed boots, is essential for mitigating impact. Adhering to these standards is a fundamental principle of survival in any industrial setting. This public safety announcement highlights a serious traffic incident during a rainy afternoon, emphasizing the need for situational awareness. A pedestrian on a busy roadside moved suddenly into the path of an oncoming heavy truck. Due to the vehicle's momentum and the abrupt nature of the act, a collision occurred, leaving bystanders shaken as they rushed to help. Key lessons include maintaining mental well-being and focus, as unpredictable behavior leads to irreversible consequences. Drivers must practice defensive techniques, increasing vigilance when weather limits visibility. Furthermore, community education is vital to highlight high-risk zones, and proactive intervention can prevent tragedies when observing signs of distress in others. This event serves as a reminder to value life and uphold our collective responsibility. This safety alert highlights a terrifying near miss at a roadside shop when a heavy truck tire detached from a passing vehicle and hurtled toward the storefront. The tire caused significant damage to the awning and shelves, but both individuals escaped without serious injury due to quick reflexes. This event underscores the vital importance of routine vehicle maintenance, as failures like loose lug nuts or worn tires pose a direct threat to public safety. Businesses on busy roads should consider installing protective barriers like bollards to mitigate traffic-related risks. Staying alert to unusual sounds and maintaining clear interior aisles are also essential for quick emergency evacuation. Ultimately, community safety relies on the individual responsibility of every vehicle operator to ensure their equipment is properly maintained.
This safety alert highlights a startling incident where a passing truck experienced a catastrophic tire failure during midday in a residential area. The force of the event sent a wheel assembly careening toward the sidewalk at high speed. A man standing near a parked red car narrowly escaped when the tire, diverted by obstacles, swept past him in a split second. This underscores the vital need for regular vehicle inspections, as worn-out or overinflated tires often cause dangerous blowouts. Pedestrians must maintain constant situational awareness near heavy traffic, as mechanical issues like detached wheels occur without warning. If unusual noises are heard, individuals should immediately seek cover. Ultimately, maintaining safety standards is a shared responsibility to protect the entire community. This safety alert examines a dangerous crane rollover at a construction site, highlighting the inherent risks of heavy equipment operation. During a high-elevation hoist, the load exceeded the crane's stability limits, causing it to lose its center of gravity. Within seconds, the machine tipped and crashed onto a nearby semi-truck trailer, causing extensive equipment damage. Fortunately, workers evacuated the area immediately, avoiding harm. Key safety lessons include strict adherence to load charts, as exceeding capacity is a primary cause of tipovers. Operators must verify surface stability by deploying outriggers on firm ground with proper cribbing. Establishing a controlled perimeter is also vital to keep unauthorized personnel out of the swing zone. Finally, certified operators must work with trained spotters to detect early signs of instability, ensuring a safe work environment.
In a heavy industrial facility, a worker performing a routine check on a high-speed steel rolling mill suffered a severe accident after breaching the safety perimeter. By standing too close to the pinch point between the coil and the machinery, the operator was suddenly caught by the rotational force and pulled into the equipment test's narrow intake. This incident serves as a stark reminder to strictly adhere to safety mandates. Maintain safe clearance by never approaching moving parts while energized. Follow lockout tagout protocols by de-energizing unlocking machinery before any inspection. Ensure engineering controls like physical barriers and light curtains are functional to prevent perimeter breaches. Always maintain pinch point and line of fire awareness. No task is so urgent that it justifies bypassing safety procedures. Always prioritize well-being over production speed.
In a heavy industrial facility, a severe incident occurred when a worker attempted to inspect a high-speed rotating steel coil on a rolling mill. Due to a breach of safety clearance and standing too close to the pinch point between the coil and the machinery, the operator was suddenly caught by the rotational force and pulled into the equipment's narrow intake. This event serves as a critical warning about the necessity of maintaining safety zones around active machinery. Vital lessons include never approaching or touching moving parts while the equipment is energized, strictly adhering to lockout, tagout, LOTO protocols to ensure a full power down before any adjustments, maintaining functional physical barriers and emergency stop sensors, and always identifying pinch points to keep a survival distance. Safety is a collective responsibility. No task is so urgent that it justifies bypassing life-saving protocols. This video captures a serious industrial incident involving the transport of heavy metal coils via an overhead crane. The footage shows a worker positioned in a high-risk area, directly between a suspended load and stationary coils. Without warning, the coil loses stability and drops, pinning the worker against the fixed inventory. This serves as a vital reminder of non-negotiable safety protocols. Never stand under a suspended load or walk beneath a crane's path. Identifying and avoiding pinch points is critical, as standing between moving and stationary objects creates inescapable traps during a malfunction. Always maintain a safe perimeter from the operating radius and stay alert to all warning signals. Your safety depends on strict adherence to procedures. Never sacrifice security for convenience.